Hello everyone, and if you're a subscriber, welcome back. I can't believe that the new year is here, and I don't know about you, but I plan to do my best to make the most of it. If you're new to my channel, I want to wish you a very warm welcome. My name is Shiboria Scott, and I'm an online leadership coach. I've worked in leadership positions in both the nonprofit and public sectors for about 2 decades now. I also consult and basically do all things leadership. You've come to this channel, the best place for new and emerging leaders who want help navigating challenging conversations in the workplace. This is a part of a 2-part series where we talk about what future leaders need to know to stay competitive in the job market. I'll review important skills for 21st century leaders, so if you haven't seen the companion video, please be sure to check that out when you're done watching this one. Job revolution that the internet has caused and the wealth transfers that are taking place in this new year and in this new decade, we see that more people have access to information that's helping them to get better jobs. The digital transfer has allowed more people to work remotely, and employers have the opportunity to hire skilled labor from people all over the world. Employment opportunities that used to be in the hands of just a few more developed countries are now open to developing markets like India, South Africa, Pakistan, just to name a few. The internet has created equal opportunity that will have people competing for the same high-paying jobs. This is why it's important for you to prepare yourself to be a cutting-edge 21st century leader with necessary skills. The first important skill for a 21st century leader is to be adaptable. Change is constant. If 2020 has taught us nothing else, it's that change will happen whether we're ready for it or not. It seems like every time we turn around, a new app is developed, new technology is introduced, and people change careers more often than we have ever seen before. This lets us know that change is here to stay. That's why it's important for leaders to be open to change. Your employees will look to you to help guide them through the changes that are happening, and your success will depend upon your attitude and your agility. You also want to adapt to change in your job market and within your industry. Leaders who can do this for their companies will have an advantage over their counterparts. Get both culturally and globally aware. Allow your conduct and your messaging to reflect leadership that is open and inclusive. As I said before, change is all around us, and the workplace is no different. People are trading office spaces for telecommuting options, and the internet has given us access to a global community. As leaders, we must learn to become change agents. This calls us to be flexible and to have agile minds that encourage creativity and forward thinking. Give this video a thumbs up if you're a person who keeps an open mind. The second important skills for 21st century leaders is to become a problem solver and show initiative. People like people who help them get things done. Have you noticed that some people always want to complain and bring a problem and just dump it in your lap for you to solve? Or better yet, do you know someone who shoots down every single idea in a team meeting, but they never provide suggestions on how to solve the problem? Annoying, right? Well, if you can be the person to seek out solutions and make great suggestions, even if they don't decide to go with the idea in the end, you become known as a key contributor. This doesn't mean that you need to come up with all of the answers, but it does mean that you'll go the extra mile to help a team member brainstorm and come up with an idea. It could also look like you taking the initiative to do a little research on something that your boss is curious about and then present your boss with the information without being asked to do it. It doesn't take much. People who use their brain power to go the extra mile have the ability to develop useful critical thinking skills. Critical thinkers are often solution-oriented, and in finding solutions, they add value to those around them. As I mentioned earlier, some ideas and solutions will be generated by you, and other times taking the initiative to find things out and providing resources to others can be just as valuable. Before we move on to the next tip, let me know in the comments below if you're a problem solver by typing the words problem solver in the comments below. The third important skill for 21st century leaders is to develop good interpersonal skills. The key thing to know here is that when people are considering who to hire and who to promote or who to work with on a project, they consider the likability factor. They think about how your personality will fit with the existing team. They want to know if they can work with you on a long-term basis or will you turn out to be a problem child. The reality is that no one wants to work with someone who causes disruption in the work environment. People who maintain a positive attitude and seek resolutions instead of complaining will be the first on the list to be considered for any new project. The book called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie has a lot of practical tips about good interpersonal skills. It's a very good read. I'll also give more details about this in my video called How to Get Promoted. I'll leave the card up here and I'll also leave the link in the description box below. I really hope these tips have helped give you a little bit more insight into the importance of skills needed for 21st century leaders and why it's important for you to prepare yourself with transferable skills. Now, if you're watching this video and you want to learn what 3 things 21st century leaders must know, be sure to watch my companion video where I spill more of the tea for you. I want to say a very huge thank you to all of my current subscribers. I thank you and I value and I appreciate your support. And if you're watching this video for the first time, welcome. Don't forget to subscribe and click the notification bell so that you can hear more from me about workplace tips. Well guys, as always, have a great week, be kind to yourself, and thanks so much for watching. Goodbye.